Consider, for a moment, the world at 4 a.m. While most of humanity sleeps, wrapped in blankets and dreams, there exists a thin slice of time. A sacred pocket of silence where the chaos of the day hasn't yet begun. What if you claimed this time as your own? What if, for 30 consecutive days, you abandon the comfort of your warm bed while darkness still clings to the sky? This isn't just about waking early. This is about confronting something deeper. Your relationship with discipline, with solitude, with the person you might become when no one else is watching. The question isn't just can you do it, but who will you be on the other side? Here's where most of us stand. According to sleep research from the National Sleep Foundation, the average person wakes up around 7:15 a.m. on weekdays. We hit snooze 2, maybe 3 times. We rush. We react. We begin our days already behind, chasing a schedule that someone else created. But throughout history, there's been a pattern among high achievers. Benjamin Franklin, Tim Cook, Michelle Obama, countless creators and leaders. They don't just wake up early. They wake up at 4 a.m. Is there something about this specific hour? Research from Harvard Business School suggests that early risers are more proactive, better at anticipating problems, and report higher levels of life satisfaction. But this isn't about productivity hacking. This is an experiment in transformation. What happens when you consistently wake up when your body screams for more sleep? What happens when you gift yourself hours of uninterrupted time before the world demands your attention? Let's be honest. The first morning feels brutal. Your alarm shatters the darkness at 4 a.m., and every fiber of your being rebels. Your body temperature is at its lowest point in the circadian cycle. Melatonin is still circulating through your bloodstream. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for decision-making, is foggy and resistant. This isn't willpower you're fighting, it's biology. You stumble to the bathroom, splash cold water on your face, and the house is so quiet it's almost unnerving. That first morning, you're exhausted by noon. Your body has been trained for years to wake up later. You're disrupting decades of programming. By day 2, something subtle begins. The shock isn't as severe. Your body starts anticipating the alarm, entering lighter sleep phases around 3:45 a.m. You discover that first hour, that stolen hour before sunrise, feels different. There's no urgency yet. No emails demanding responses. No notifications. Just you and the quiet hum of possibility. According to sleep scientists at the University of California, Berkeley, the body begins circadian adaptation within 48-72 hours of consistent wake times. By the end of week 1, something unexpected happens. You start going to bed earlier naturally. Your body is recalibrating. The mornings are still difficult, but you develop a ritual. Coffee, journaling, reading, exercise, whatever feeds your soul before the world wakes up. Here's what the research shows. A study published in the Journal of Applied Psychology found that early risers exhibit greater persistence on tasks and experience less decision fatigue throughout the day. You notice this. That project you've been avoiding? You tackle it at 5 a.m. when your mind is fresh, before meetings and interruptions fragment your focus. By week 2, your energy patterns shift. Instead of that mid-afternoon crash around 3 p.m., you experience more stable energy. Why? Your cortisol awakening response, the natural spike in the hormone that helps you feel alert, is now synced with your new schedule. You're working with your biology, not against it, but there are challenges. Social plans that run late become difficult. You're tired by 9 p.m. when friends want to go out. This rhythm demands sacrifice. Yet something is growing, a sense of control you haven't felt before. After 30 days, the change is no longer just about sleep schedules. It's neurological. Brain imaging research from Northwestern University shows that consistent early rising correlates with enhanced prefrontal cortex activity, the region governing planning, focus, and emotional regulation. You've trained your brain to operate optimally during these early hours, but the transformation runs deeper. You've completed projects that sat dormant for months. You've read books. You've exercised consistently, not because you suddenly have more hours in the day. You don't, but because you've claimed the right hours. The hours when your willpower is strongest before the day depletes it. Relationships shift too. Some people don't understand. They think you're being extreme, but others notice something different about you. A calmness, a centeredness. You're no longer reactive. You've spent time with yourself each morning, processing thoughts and emotions before the world asks you to process theirs. Studies in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology indicate that morning routines strongly correlate with reduced anxiety and increased subjective well-being. By day 60-90, this isn't discipline anymore. It's identity. You're someone who wakes up at 4 a.m., not because you have to. Because this version of you, the one who owns their morning, is someone you've grown to respect. But let's be clear about what this isn't. This isn't a universal solution. If you're a natural night owl, forcing this schedule could harm more than help. Chronotypes are partially genetic. Some people's brains are genuinely wired for later sleep-wake cycles. Studies show roughly 10–15% of the population are extreme evening types for whom 4 a.m. would be biologically inappropriate. If you work night shifts, have young children, or suffer from insomnia, this experiment could exacerbate problems. The key isn't the specific hour. It's consistency and alignment with your natural rhythms and life circumstances. And yes, you'll miss out on late-night social activities. There's a trade-off. The question is whether the trade is worth it for you. So what happens when you wake up at 4 a.m. for 30 days? You don't just gain hours. You gain something more valuable, a profound understanding that you can change, that the patterns you've lived with for years aren't fixed. That discipline, when practiced consistently, transforms from a struggle into a quiet superpower. You learn that the person you are at 4 a.m., alone, when no one's watching, when you could easily go back to sleep, that person defines everything else. The early morning becomes a mirror showing you who you're capable of being. Not perfect, not superhuman, just someone who decided that their potential was worth waking up for. Have you ever tried waking up consistently early? What happened? Drop your experiences in the comments below. If you found this exploration thought-provoking, subscribe for more deep dives into life-changing experiments. Next up, what if you quit social media for 90 days? See you in the next one.